all political parties aside. We don't put political parties aside. If you got a political party, remove it from this conversation. This ain't for political parties. This is for Americans. Strictly Americans. This is an American conversation. Everybody else, step to the left. Leave your weapons, which are your political parties, leave them outside. Let's have a grown-up conversation. Let's talk like grown-ups real quick. Imagine you get hired to do a job. And then you go into that job. Before you get hired, you already know what the job details entail. You know what you're expected. You know what's required. And you go into the job, the boss tell you, hey, I need you to go over there and do that. And you tell the boss, hey, you know what? Nah, that's not the priority. My priority is this. This is why I'm here. And then your boss, well, that's not what I hired you to do. But you lie. But I know that. I'm going to get to that later. But right now, this is the priority. A man outside told me that he got a bag of money for me if I come up in here and do this. So I'm going to prioritize this because I got to get my paper up. I'm only going to be here for a little while. And when I leave here, I need to be making more than the company making it anyway. So I'm going to just take care of what Buddy want me to do. Then I'm going to get to what you hired me. But that's what your politicians are telling you, right? So when they were running for election and we were telling them what they want, they told us what they can give us. What they can get in there, what they will fight for. But then they get in there and they play a totally different game. They get in there and they do the lobbyist's dirty work. So they should be fired, right? See, the thing is, we keep forgetting that these elected officials work for us. They're supposed to do what we want them to do. They're supposed to represent us. The Constitution says that the elected officials are supposed to be a reflection of society. I don't think they reflect in us very well. See, society doesn't want the government shut down. Society wants the government to go in there, shut up, not act like teenagers, go in there and get things accomplished that would be better for the totality of America, not for select groups or who the lobbyists want to succeed or what's in the lobbyist's best interest. It's supposed to be America first. Sorry about that, but it is what it is. And that's no Democrat, Republican, nothing. It just supposed to be America first. It's like you taking care of somebody else's house while your house is on fire. What are we doing? Your government has decided that it's cool to sacrifice its citizens for lobbyists, ideologies, and financial gain. Y'all cool with that? I'm not cool with that. See, I live in a military town, right? And I interact with lots of military service members, their family members from all across the country. So when they land here in this desert, they come here for training or to be stationed here, they're from every corner of the country. Some of them even from other countries, but we're focusing on this country. So I got people from Texas, I got people from New York, people from California, people from Nebraska, people from Buffalo, people from Atlanta, people from Florida. These are the people I interact with. And guess what they all want? They want to serve their country. They want to be paid. They want to take care of their family. Making an ultimate sacrifice, them and their family. And some of them are ultimately going to give a mortal sacrifice. Them people sitting up in D.C., they know nothing about that sacrifice. All they know is that the lobbyists want them to do this, and if they can't get that done, then they're ready to sacrifice us civilians. And it's not even just us civilians. They're ready to sacrifice Americans while they're still getting paid too, if you ask me. Come with a lot of perks. Talking about steaks, cut the line at games, don't pay for flights, got security around them while they're telling us that the ghettos are safe. They walk around security when they want to come do their little photo op. But I digress. Let me get back on track here. The government should never be shut down. If the government was ran by high schoolers who had no financial interest in anything going on, the government wouldn't be shut down. When your kids acting bad, they can't get along, put them on timeout. Put them in a room together. Bet you within 5 minutes, whatever they was fighting about, they have it figured out. But your elected officials, they don't need to do that. They ain't got no incentive. See, they don't bear the burden of a government shutdown. It's business as usual. Country clubs, wine, free flights, get on TV, say a few things to make them sound cool, tell half-truths, try to sway they voter block one way while the other half choose to sway their other block the other way, and there's no accountability for their lies, rhetoric, and deceit for them to be. There's no accountability or punishment or repercussion for them being incompetent and not accomplishing the job that they were hired to do. Crazy part is, we don't even know what's in them bills. We know what they tell us in them bills. It's a few of us that go read them bills. A few of us that try to go read them bills but can't read them bills. Bills ain't broke for the average citizen to know how to read. There should be nothing in a bill that has a government shutdown that has anything to do with people who aren't legal citizens or with foreign countries or anything that's ideological, religious, or financially beneficial to the masses. This is America. Your politicians are supposed to work for us, not the lobbyists. So you're going to see that's a reoccurring theme in this conversation we having, grown-ups. I'm going to say it one more time, just in case anybody lost track of where we're going. Your elected officials are supposed to work for us. They're supposed to accomplish things for us as a mass, not for the lobbyists or for their own ideologies, personal gratification. If your elected official had told you while they were campaigning, hey, if they don't give me what I want, I'm going to shut the whole thing down. Yep, I'm going to just say no. Some of y'all might not be able to get paid, but I'm going to hold it down. Some of y'all might lose your houses. I'm going to hold it down. National security, TSA, I'm going to put it all out there. I'm going to use y'all and our national security as pawns to get what I want. Would y'all voted for somebody who told you that? I got an idea. Since everything was at least operating at a certain efficiency, everybody's getting paid, national security wasn't even to be breached. How about we don't add nothing and we don't subtract nothing, and we just put the bill back in the way it was. And then y'all can go back to y'all bedrooms with the oak wood couches and nice plush leather seats. And y'all can figure out the rest of that later. While service members and people who paid to protect this country and, why they get paid. Because they got kids and families too. Y'all need to remember that they work for us. See, they distract you with the bullshit. Excuse my French. Algorithm is more important. They distract you with the minute things. See, me, I'm the type of person to tell you this. Because I'm a compromise. I'm a businessman. I'm going to say this. Hey, everybody go in a room. Go to your room. Make a list of the 10 most important things. Now come back. And for everything that everybody has on that list, let's work on that. For the stuff everybody don't got on that list, throw it away. We don't need it. Might as well not have been that important. And moving forward, we need to change the guidelines and what we're willing to accept from these politicians. Because right now it's out of whack. Ain't nothing going to get done. I would say remove political parties, but we can't do that. Why we can't do that? It just ain't going to happen. They injected themselves into our country, and it'd be harder to get rid of them than street gangs. They're here. So you guys need to have a peace treaty. Crips and Bloods did it. Deuces and Treys did it. In prison, they figure out how to make it work. We need to figure this out. But moving forward, I got a few suggestions. All bills need to be public record. I should be able to go on the internet, blah.gov, look up what bills are about to be passed, what are in the queue, what congressman has put this one out, who's pushing it, who's the money behind it, pros and cons, all that. Before and after they get passed. All bills need to be written in 7th to 8th grade English. Because that's what the American reader or the American citizen, that's what level most of them read at. Average. So that's what needs to be wrote at. Because we should all have access to this. And all should be able to understand it. It don't need to be 400-500 pages long. That's too much. That's too many words. Let's bust that down. Let's simplify it. If you want to give money to this, you should be able to say, hey, I want to give money to this. How much it's going to cost. And itemize how much it's going to go out. And you're going to put it on a spreadsheet. And for every single red penny that goes out, we should be able to track it. Because it's our money. Because we pay taxes. And that's how y'all able to give out money to these foreign countries. It needs to be readily available and able to be audited by every citizen of this country. See, because it's our money. And you work for us. It's a lot of stockholders in this great thing called America. And if a stockholder says, hey, I want to be able to look at the books, they should be able to have instant access to the books. We want money. We want access to the books. Let us see the books. Let us see where the money going. Let me see how much money the tariffs is bringing in. Let me see how much money y'all giving to Thailand for transgender education. That was in one of them. But yep, not gonna do it. Nope. Stopping right there. Government officials should be barred from stock trading. Yep. All that insider trading? Nope. See, problem is people apply for the job with ulterior motives. Y'all want the inside information. See, y'all electing $15 an hour people and making them millionaires. Because lobbyists getting their ear. Hey, you know what? Got this little shot that's about to come out. Poke it in a few thousand people. Poke a few thousand in your account. And we gonna run them commercials. Yeah, no, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of the lobbyists. Let's get rid of the stocks. Pelosi got... Let me tell you what's crazy about it. All the publicity Pelosi get for her stock portfolio, do you know she's only the 11th or 12th highest grossing person that's in politics when it comes to the stock stuff? Yeah, she ain't even the worst. But she got the biggest name because she got the biggest mouth. And she got the biggest pearls. Anyway, term limits. Everybody get term limits. Senate, City Council, Board of Education, especially judges. See, somewhere in that beautiful Constitution of ours that sets the standard for how this democracy or this republic, whichever you want to call it, somewhere in that beautiful letter that was written and signed by our forefathers says your elected officials are supposed to be a reflection of society. I don't think that's what it is right now. I think if you walk into one of them judge chambers, you ever see them pictures where they got all the judges and they got their little robes on? I bet it smell like Bengay and Geritol. It's not a reflection of society. Out of touch. They don't know how technology work. They don't know what half the words mean. Nah. Term limits for everybody. Remove money in general. Lobbyists. Get them out of there. See, the lobbyists are the ones with the power. Remove them. Now, y'all don't need money for the campaigns and all that stuff no more. We got the internet. You can campaign for $100. See, if y'all was young, y'all would know that. But y'all outdated. Y'all old. Y'all don't even know what y'all voting on. Y'all trying to make restrictions on Uber and Lyft. Uber and Lyft 10 years ahead of y'all. No. If you can't win an election on your own merit without that lobbyist money, probably shouldn't have won. You're just going to get in there and lie. Or tell a half-truth. And a half-truth is a lie anyway, right? So remove that lobbyist. And most importantly, let's remember America. When these people take office, they raise their right hand and they put their hand on the Bible. But I know they raised their right hand and they promise to protect the Constitution of the United States of America. They solemnly swear. So let's hold them to it. If you lie or deceive or half-truth, leave out some information when you know all the information, you go to jail. Especially when you're dealing with it. See, what just happened is, if I go to court and I solemnly swear and they find out I was lying, I'm going to jail. So I think you should be held to the same standard. So if you put your hand up and you promise to protect the Constitution of the United States and serve us people, and you blatantly lie to us, and you actually serving the lobbyists or a foreign country, if you in a foreign country, you should go to jail for treason, and you should go to court for contempt. It's that other word, obstruction, or whatever the hell that word is. I can't think right now. But if you under oath and yeah, that's just what I believe. I think everybody would agree. See, we just want a little transparency because we the people. Y'all work for us, not the lobbyists, not for yourselves. You're not an independent contractor. You're an employee of the people. It's time for y'all to start serving the people. So whatever y'all disagreement is, y'all need to go figure it out. I say we get rid of them. Recall them all. They can't do the job. We find somebody who can do it. Somebody who really want to serve these United States of America and its people. Think about how much money is spent on campaigns every year. If that much money was spent on homelessness and hunger and our veterans who sacrificed their mental health to defend this country, we wouldn't have a problem with mental health in this country when it comes to our veterans. We wouldn't have a problem with homelessness in this country. Nobody should be homeless. Look how much money we spend on elections. Nobody should be hungry. Look how much money we spend on elections. How much money do we send overseas? See, like I said, this is not a political conversation we having right here. This is American conversation. If we took all them resources that we sending overseas and on campaigns to lie and deceive and sway, will we homelessness? Will we have any hunger? See, we have the money to do it. It's just been spent in the wrong places. And the people that we're electing, they're allowing it to be spent in other places. But I digress. They work for us, the people. And it's time we remind them. If we don't stand for something, we don't keep falling for the bullshit. Ain't nothing worse. Having a great day. Stepping in some shit. And right now, America, we in some shit. On my Johnny, like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. I be telling y'all that y'all don't listen. Some of y'all listen. Let's try this again. On my Johnny, like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. I love the engagement. He, she, we, they matter. America, baby. All day.